Welcome. Back with another channel, a reaction. We got BlankBoy. This is 2-1 video. We got BlankBoy, how Kratos got his god of violence title revoked by Thor. Oh yeah, Thor was on that, and God of War, Thor was on that. Then next one we got where the Avengers defend Earth from Thanos goons. Enough talking. Let's get straight into the video.
For Kratos trying to go to sleep, and we know he's probably dreaming about murdering some people because his ass is disturbed. He's woken up by this loud ass bang, and it's obvious to me that at this point Kratos has still not made it out the trenches yet. But he's used to this, so you already know he got that thing on him at all times and pulls up to the door. He has never ducked a fade once in his life. Opens the door, and why is bro posing outside like that? I know his ass swear he's so cold. That shit definitely going on the gram. So Kratos like, who are you? And all he does is just show off Mjolnir. I guess that was to be the cue to show off like, ooh, I'm Thor. But Kratos is looking at him still just like, who? Thor asks to come in, offering them some alcohol, and Kratos is just like, nah, I'm straight, gang. And I feel him. Some random big nigga just shows up to your front doorstep offering you some random substance to drink, and you just supposed to take it? He carrying some of Bill Cosby's secret stuff for sure. I'm good. Kratos then starts whispering to Atreus, make sure you put our good chairs away. This big nigga finna break them. And decides to invite Thor into the house. As he's walking in, him and Kratos are staring off at each other, and Jesus Christ, bro, this motherfucker is tall as hell. Bro is out here playing with the wrong thunder. OKC needs a new center right now. Thor then walks inside, and a crow follows him in. And right then and there, everybody should have known something was up. Crows only appear when some evil shit is about to happen. Now he's inside, dick sucking, telling him how nice the crib is, all that. Got his whole belly and titties out and everything, man. Put that shit away. There's kids here. Kratos closes the door, and him and Thor decide to sit down at the table and have a drink. And as we can see here, it's been 3 years since we last saw Atreus, and it's clear that his barber is still playing pranks on him to this day. Y'all got Lil Nigga out here rocking this straight hole repellent cut. They begin to sit there and chat for a little bit, and then they hear a knock at the door. Atreus is Alfred to Kratos' Batman, so he goes to get the door, and hold up, my son Atreus got a neck tag?
That dude say he gangster. He said don't play with his gangster, boy, he got a neck tag.
These middle schoolers out here going crazy. I just know he be posing like these. Bro, we see it, I promise. He opens up the door, and some Ernie Johnson looking ass nigga is just standing there with one eye. Atreus is confused, looking like,
Yo, who the fuck is this nigga?
and where the hell he got that ice from? God damn, them bitches is dancing. He starts sucking in crows into his body, and nobody in this universe can ever just make a regular entrance, huh? Whatever happened to dudes just walking in and telling everybody, yo, what's up, and dapping up? So this is Odin, who is Thor's father, and he instantly walks in asking, do y'all know who I am? Invites himself to the table, takes their drink and starts drinking it. Starts walking around like he owns the place. And I can't stand a dude with no manners coming in my house kicking your feet up. Boy, I oughta. Kratos starts asking Odin like, yo, what do you want from me? Yeah, what do you need? And Odin responds by saying,
how about peace? Yeah.
And then Odin starts babbling for the next 5 minutes, trying to offer Kratos a deal. Says he'll ignore the fact that Kratos killed his grandsons and Thor's sons. Says he'll ignore the fact that Kratos killed Baldur, who was Odin's tracker. Says he'll let Kratos keep the prisoner he stole.
Boy, Kratos is like that, boy. Kratos was that nigga, bro. He get you out of there himself, bro.
From Odin, who is Mimir. He even tells Kratos he'll take care of his ops for him, which is Freya. And all Kratos has to do is stop his search for the Norse god of war, who is Tyr. Ooh-wee! This deal sounds sweet as hell. Ain't no way Kratos turned this shit down. No. Kratos gives the most Kratos answer of all time, and because not a single nigga in this universe knows how to be civil, this means one thing. Now they have to box. Odin tells Thor to take care of it, and Thor gets up looking.
But this was crazy, boy. I was watching the gameplay. I was watching Bernice when he was playing. this Thor is no joke. I thought it was about to be easy eats, barbecue chicken. But no, boy, this boy.
In the other direction, hitting that no look, light skin off guard shit, calling in Mjolnir and chin-checking the shit out of Kratos, sending him mad far away. Starts telling Kratos about how he not from here and they do stuff different around these parts. Shit kinda feel racist, but it's whatever. Kratos isn't scared anyways. He like, today I got time, cuz. Starts pounding the absolute hell out of Thor's face, but he's just eating those hoes until they crash land. When Kratos grabs him by the hair, taking fighting tactics from the shorties, banging Thor's head into the wall and then getting one last lick off with the left. They both fall onto the ground, Thor and his round self bouncing off the pavement like a basketball. Both get up and start running the ISO, which is what they do. They start fighting for a while until Kratos has Thor hitting that "Will you marry me?" Puts together a nice ass combo and goes to hit him with the shield. Him and Kratos start fighting over it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Kratos, you my boy, but you not getting that shield back from him. His ass is convinced that is a plate. He is not letting go anytime soon. Kratos pins Thor against the wall and puts his hand in the air, starts waving it side to side. I don't know what's gotten into Kratos. Now is not the time to start hitting the nene, bro. He's trying to call his axe towards him, but it is just taking mad long to pull up. Just out here embarrassing, bro. This must be how Tony felt when he was gassing up Bruce Banner in front of the aliens. Just for this dude to be the unincredible Hulk in front of the ops, had Squidward straight clowning niggas. The axe then finally comes in at the very last minute like Goku. Dog pulled up to Namek talking about some "I'm here to save the day." Nigga, who's left to save? Kratos catches it and slashes Thor in the belly, forcing him to start moonwalking backwards in pain. They begin to box for a little bit more until Kratos uppercuts him in the face with the axe, gets clocked in the stomach and starts flying up, eventually crashing his back into a statue. That hammer is strong as shit. I mean, we seen how it had Captain America going outside in front of the hose. Kratos ducks out the way, gets hit with a mean right, and then is able to duck out the way again of the hammer, returning with a slash to Thor's belly. This is the second time Kratos has sliced open Thor's belly. He's giving this motherfucker liposuction. This shit right here is the male BBL. Why is niggas getting surgery for abs? Motherfucker, if you don't do some push-ups. He goes to try to throw Thor off the axe, but Thor got like 10 inches of belly. It's stuck in there. As they go flying down until Thor grabs bro by the head like a basketball, slamming him face first into a sheet of ice. He's giving Kratos that Miguel O'Hara to Miles Morales treatment right now. Bro heard there was a black Spider-Man and said, "Oh nah, we gotta clear house." Thor gets up and starts talking to the statue, turning his back to Kratos, absolutely disrespectful, not taking him serious. Kratos a jealous girlfriend, not getting enough attention. You always on that damn game instead of spending time with me.
I woke up Chris Breezy.
Picks up a big ass rock and hits him in the back with time with me.
I woke up.
Boy, Chris Brown, that hairstyle crazy. Now this one,
Chris Breezy.
now this some crazy hairstyle by Chris Brown.
Picks up a big ass rock and hits him in the back with it. They start throwing hands again for a while until Thor picks up Kratos and slams him headfirst into the ground. Picks him back up and tosses him away like an irrelevant side character, treating him like ETN, following it up with the hammer which Kratos is able to push out the way. This stupid ass thought it was free reigns, started charging in at Thor, but psych!
That's the wrong number!
Goes in for a kill shot, but Kratos is able to block it, and they stand there playing a mean game of tug of war. While they've been doing this, the hammer has been charging up, and it charges up long enough, hitting Kratos in the forehead and then smacking him across the face with the hammer, literally killing.
Boy, now this right here was so crazy, bro. This was wow.
Him showing the end screen and everything.
Bullshit, that's a distraction. Rip it on any beat. That's an adaptation. I'm running out of breath. I'm bringing it back in.
Thor done zapped this man Kratos back to life to kick his ass some more. You know how crazy that is? And I already know both of Thor's sons, which Kratos rolled into a pack last game, are looking up right now at their pops like, why? Why didn't you finish the job? Haven't y'all niggas ever read The Tortoise and the Hare? But before we continue with that, a quick word from Prize Picks. Now listen up. It's valid and it's at innings, which I know $50 in enormous last week. And the Nick and PG to get buckets, but they boy for Kratos picks Thor up by his throat and dollars. Daily fantasy sports made easy. Kratos picks Thor up by his throat and decks him with a nasty left as Thor decides to charge in for a tackle, showing off his crazy vertical, jumping mad far in the air and spinning them around, and it's kind of romantic. Kratos looking like boy, and starts just delivering straight headshots of CTE as they start falling down, until Thor grabs Kratos by the arm, slamming him onto his back. And look at this, yo ass is not Spider-Man. Kratos whips out All Reliable, throwing his axe at Thor as Thor whips out Mjolnir
Nah, this
and
was
they meet in
hard.
the middle, causing a
This
charged
right here was
collision.
tough.
While this is happening, they're just standing on opposite ends, roasting each other for being terrible dads, which is a completely pointless argument. The fuck does Hisoka and Orochimaru look like beefing over who's the child predator? They both then charge in, grabbing their weapons in the
That's so
process and causing a
tough,
giant
bro.
explosion, which sends them
This
flying in
is
opposite
hard,
directions.
boy.
They eventually land, look up, and when the fuck did Groot get here? Hey, he slid for Thor in one universe, said hold up, I got one more in me, and did it again in another universe. I always knew he was a real ass nigga. Thor hits Kratos with a right and tossing him into some ice. Sponges Kratos' hits and then holds him by the back of the head.
Boy, that
Kratos
was
has had enough,
awesome,
so he
boy.
whips out his axe, tossing it towards the spike behind Thor. He got that Tom Brady aim and is able to knock it down. But Thor hits him with that good job, buddy, just trying to make him feel good about himself. This is exactly how Ruby Rose linked with Neon but tagged Make-A-Wish. Thor hits that shit, cracking it
I
into
remember
pieces,
that.
and then they get into boxing again. They do that for a while until Thor tries to go in for a hammer hit and gets blocked. He then grabs Kratos by the throat and they stay on that freak timing. It's gonna be real confusing when Kratos go home telling Atreus how his throat hurt so much after fighting Thor.
You're a victim.
Thor even goes as far as to check out this nigga's cheeks.
What's all that movement back there?
This is crazy. He trying to bust down Kratos like a rollie. Kratos is like, whoo, nah, and is not trying to catch that Tory Lanez treatment, so he headbutts Thor away and hits Thor with the absolute
That's
filthiest
clean.
chin punch
That was
of all
clean.
time. Look at Kratos' face. Even he
That's
can't believe how much power he put in that bitch. Thor got socked so hard he's walking in the wrong direction, all sorts of discombobulated. He like,
Yeah, take a
shit,
break.
yeah, you def the god of war for sure. Tells Kratos that his debt has been paid and just dips out.
The next day.
So Kratos is posted up with Thor's daughter, planning to take her back to the crib later. And Thor is not jacking that shit, so he charges in, clocking Kratos in the chin and palming the back of his head. Kratos got himself a cranium. I just know that shit is squeaking while Thor is touching it. Kratos hits Thor with a two-piece combo, but Thor pulls in
this
Kratos
part.
closer to let him know that he's had enough of him and his son. It's time to delete y'all from the server. I'm rooting for Kratos, of course, but I can't even blame Thor for real. Let me have a daughter in the future and let the wrong guy try to come around her. I'ma have you waking up to Deathstroke at the foot of your bed. Thor ends up slamming himself and Kratos into the ground hard as hell. And look at how they're both struggling to get up. Y'all getting way too old for this. I feel like I'm watching two unks going one-on-one at the barbecue. Man, I just want my burger, please. They go hit for hit, bar for a while until Thor picks up Kratos, throwing him into the wall. Weave, duck, weave, starts choking him, throwing Thor into the wall. Delivers two gut punches that got him out here sounding like he's smacking jelly. And Kratos may be older now, but what y'all youngins know about this? Until Thor is able to finally grab a punch, punching Kratos in the chest, making him ice skate backwards on some Frozone shit. Nigga was a superhero by day and in the NBA by night. Kratos throws a blade of chaos at Thor, but it backfires because Thor starts electrocuting his ass. In the previous games, Kratos has literally died and then dipped out on the table with Scar and Thanos to come back to the real world. A little lightning is nothing to him. Kratos is eating it like...
But anywho,
pulling in the Blade of Chaos and Mjolnir, chucking it at Thor, but completely misses. Thor pulls Kratos in, but who's gonna tell him? Kratos had another blade in his utility belt. Even studying Batman, you always have to have a backup. Bruce got bombs, tear gas, and brass knuckles to stop jaywalkers. Now talk. How you ain't see the red hand sign, little nigga? Stabbing Thor in the same mood as before as he charges himself up to get Kratos out of his guts. Kratos gets up and then they begin to 1v1 some more. Kratos then picks Thor up and slams him into the ground. Goes and then tries to catch Mjolnir. But Kratos, you are not that guy. Thor gets up behind Kratos, picks him up, and now slams him into the ground. Starts choking him while in the air, holding his hand away on some little brother shit. If we've learned anything from MCU Thor, all Kratos needs to do is hit up big bro Thanos to come handle this. Thanos was getting jumped because niggas was hating on the Supreme helmet and still had him laid out like a mattress. Kratos then spawns in a staff, stabbing Thor in the shoulder with it. Peeps that it works and is like, oh yeah, I'm finna spam this shit. Spawning in another one, stabbing him in the gut and pushing him off of him. And then spawns in one last one just in case. As Thor is gassed out, Kratos hits him with a disgusting elbow. And while Thor is way up there, he's getting blinded by the sun shining off Kratos' head. So he charges back down blindly, flashing his hammer into Thor's axe. And then Thor rocks him in the chin. And this is when they start clashing over and over and over again. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. Eventually stabbing Thor in the gut for the 13,000th time. And at this point, I don't know how Thor is still alive. I feel like after all these gut slices, he should be on the ground bleeding out, giving his final goodbye speech at this point. Thinking about it now, Vegeta really got violated, bro. Frieza was spanking him, sticking his tail in all types of places.
That ain't my tail, bitch.
And clearly I spoke too soon, because Kratos stabs Thor in his hand, pinning him to the ground like he's using a thumbtack. Kratos then begins to kneel over him, and Thor is wondering, what are you waiting on? Finish the job. They begin to chat for a while, realizing, you know what? You actually kinda chill for real, agreeing to leave in peace. But Odin pulls up and he's like, man, did I just get you making friends, nigga? Stabbing his own son, Thor, between the titties in front of Thor's daughter, making him disappear. Rest in peace, Thor, man. Now we know what you was doing instead of pulling up for Civil War.
Ooh, hey, good commentary by BlankBoy. Let's watch when the Avengers defend Earth from Thanos goons. Thanos like that, my favorite villain. Nobody can beat that dude, bro. Well, they did beat him, but you know, you get what I'm trying to say. Not too much.
Pull up on the Avengers theatrical, so he gave the Unincredible Hulk a beatdown and sent him down there.
That boy made Hulk calm, bro. That boy did the Hulk dirty, bro. He made the Hulk calm. The Iron Man did better fighting than that.
Earth. He told Hulk, hey, let him know I'm coming. Make sure to polish those stones for me. Bruce had PTSD. Mid-beatdown, he saw Mufasa reaching out his hand. Thought it was over. So, bro got to snitching. They didn't even have to offer him a Big Mac or nothing. Bruce got to talking about a bunch of we's and us need to stop Thanos, and Iron Man's not feeling it because he just made promises to Pepper about how they're gonna live a long, happy life together from now on. I don't know, bitch. I promised Pepper some excitement in our relationship. Tony, if that hoe wants some excitement, she could take her ass to the movies. This is life or death. Tony heard that this man Thanos is 6'7", 400 pounds, and they got him quaking in his boots. Can't believe it. And you sure he don't hoop? I think I'm gonna be sick. I need a sandwich. I'm hungry too.
Oh, really?
Well, Tony, you the leader, right? How about you lead us to some food, nigga, and then we figure out how to beat Thanos. But all their deliberating gets interrupted because when Thanos told Hulk to warn them about his pull-up, bro met his pull-up in 15 minutes. Because his goons are already here. They set on New York immediately. Ready to smack Dr. Strange's chain. We need that time stone. What happened to bro saying he would do it himself after Age of Ultron? Bro set a duo to go take on the Avengers. He thought he had Prime Ninja and Myth on payroll. Hear ye. We are the Legion of Thanos deck riders.
Nah. That dude was glazing Thanos. This dude right here, bro. He was glazing mess out there.
We have quite the cachet. Even Meek Mill heard dick riding and tried to join.
This is fake. This is fake.
This is fake?
Yeah, that's Photoshop. That's fake. On my mama, that's fake. On my heart, on my life, my little brother grave, I could die right now. That's fake.
Oh yeah? You need a clarinet, Squidward? Oh, this nigga got jokes, huh? But Ebony Maw was there to see the Unincredible Hulk beat down in space. So in the corner of his eye, he peeps Bruce and he's like,
I know that ain't who I think it is.
go after the short old one, eat straight food. I remember being in the theater hype as hell to see Hulk get his lick back, but little did I know, the writers went out their way to try to cook up the lamest version possible. Hulk with performance issues is not what I needed to see, bro. Papa fucking Hulk Abra and lock-in. Squidward posted up on the other side hitting the TN, laughing at bro. Bruce is embarrassing the entire squad right now. Tony had to tell Banner to step aside so he could clean up his mess and recover the Avengers street cred. Showing off that unreleased shit. Hasn't even hit the market yet. Nanotech armor.
best superhero Iron Man.
Squidward got to hating. Dude's out here with nanotech and he still hasn't found a hair growth formula that works yet. Sending Cull Obsidian to get his head blocked, left, and get blasted by his lasers. And the thing is, Ebony Maw was standing right behind Cull Obsidian, but instead of catching him, he uses the force to throw bro into a car. Bruce is shocked. Keep in mind, this is his first day back on Earth since he dipped in Age of Ultron. He left, had a son who somehow has 2 hairlines, came back, and instantly is seeing this crazy shit. Yo, Tony, put me on to one of those. Honestly, bro, if I hadn't ever whipped this out, you wouldn't even have gone there for real, so... Squidward interrupts Iron Man's gatekeeping with his earthbending, picking up 2 trees and force pushing them over, but Wong has got it covered. Doctor Strange looks behind him and he sees Hulk and Bruce putting up Patrick Beverly numbers. They average in 5 high fives, 3 butt slaps, and 10, "You guys got this."
Y'all are trash.
So Doctor Strange subs this man out, almost crushing him in the process. While Bruce is catching that killing treatment, Squidward goes and throws a van at Wong and Doctor Strange. So as Doctor Strange is trying to defend himself, Iron Man's just like,
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
fucking up the whole spell, pushing the car back as it gets sliced in half. We got a man of science and a man of magic. What'd y'all expect? You think Frieza go get along with King Kong? Leave with this phone and that cheap ass chain. You hating this vintage. Nigga, I see the muscle man. If Strange had just dipped with the time stone like Tony said, a lot of this could have been avoided. All he had to do was go somewhere where no one would find him, like a Madam Web showing. Iron Man charges in, avoiding Squidward's attacks, but as he's closing in, Ebony Maw hits the Michael Jackson lean and Cull Obsidian hits him so hard he set his ass in part. This ass whooping got Tony reminiscing on his ex like a R&B song. He needs to make it right with Cap. You okay? Sub me back in, big bro. I can help. Trust.
You get focused on because I'm dumb. You don't know what the fuck to do. Like, damn, you get on this shit every day, pull the same shit. It's so fucking easy to play this fucking game. Toxic, you make this shit fucking hard.
Bruce's scanner to get back into Avengers HQ not finna be working next time he tries to use it. Cull Obsidian bursts through the wall and he's trying to boost his KD, going after the free eats, but Iron Man is able to push him out the way last minute. While all this fighting is going on, Bruce and Hulk are having their own version of couples counseling. Bruce is trying to slap this man into acting right using those Chris Brown methods I see, but Hulk still ain't going for it. While Thanos was going around just bodying all types of different worlds, he must have came across Cybertron because Cull Obsidian's hammer is a Decepticon, transforming into a shield to block Iron Man's lasers. First Tony, now Cull Obsidian. Dude saw Cap's shield defy physics too many times and now they're starting to bite off it. Woke up to niggas talking like me talk. Tony is spraying, but he gets hit getting laid out, and as Cull Obsidian is about to GG him, he closes his eyes, accepting the fate that this is where the legend of Tin Man is gonna end. But he gets saved. Tony didn't even see what happened, so he's looking like, who the fuck is this nigga, bro? Damn, you ugly as shit. Hey, Mr. Stark. Nigga, don't you have history? We learning about Harriet Tubman for the 5th time. I already know how she sat in the back of the bus. They over here conversating like they're not in the middle of a fight, so Spider-Man gets held like an NBA Finals trophy as Iron Man blasts him in the armpit and is able to duck out the way. Spider-Man peeps Tony go in and he like, oh, we jumping? I'm with that. But none of Iron Man's teachings worked because, oh my god.
Step back one-legged. What kind of shot is that? Have you ever shot that shot? Do you work on that shot? When?
Getting spun around and tossed away as Iron Man comes in, dodging a car being thrown at him. But that shit backfired because Spider-Man catches it, pulling it down, squishing him like a bug. The cameraman then pans back over to Thanos' #1 fan, Ebony Maw.
Has ever had the might.
But nah, that dude bro, this dude be glazing a whole different type of level, bro. This dude on one nigga like he about to propose to this dude, bro.
May the nobility.
I would make jokes, but that's messed up. He's clearly suffering from OCD, obsessive compulsive dick riding. We see him and he begins to levitate a bunch of Russell Westbrook's jump shots, sharpening them and firing them over as Doctor Strange opens
his powers hard though.
Him and Wong really go together like Phoebe and Jelly, that Naruto and Sasuke chemistry, as Wong fires them back and he tries to use a card to defend himself. You know, this shit with windows all on it, getting beamed in the forehead.
Out of the powers I seen, people had telekinesis as powers. He got the best telekinesis out there, bro. No doubt. All characters I seen got telekinesis powers. He got the best telekinesis, bro.
Forehead, and now he tight. So he gives Wong every Super Smash Bros. Pro biggest fear, a shower, blasting him away. Benedict Cumberbatch decides to get back in his 12 years a slave bag, pulling out a whip and grabbing Ebony Maw's torso, pulling him in, but ends up getting tackled into the wall. Squidward got Doctor Strange right where he wants him, and to keep him there, he uses his earthbending to trap him in a bunch of bricks. He's licking his lips now. There's no way out of this one. All that's left to do is snatch that chain, which he tries to do, but he gets his hand burnt. Doctor Strange used a spell on it called Magie Surnaturelle, which I think roughly translates to broke niggas can't touch. Thanos said Cole Obsidian sucked dick better than you.
Please just shut up.
The idea of not being Thanos' favorite eater got Squidward so discombobulated he turns into a high school bully. Grabbing this man by the collar got him bouncing off the concrete. Doctor Strange gets back up as quick as possible, and he tries to use the time stone to revert back to right before he got this giant welt on his head from getting dropped. But Squidward stops this man right in his tracks, saw him throwing up the double peace sign, and knew he was up to no good. So he starts to trap this man down again like a 40-year-old IG model versus a young athlete, pulling the metal all around his body and then neck, having him on the brink of death as he collapses. But you know how it is, the riders stay doing Squidward dirty.
Cheer up, Squid, it could be worse.
Yeah, you could be bald and have a big nose.
So on some Looney Tunes ass shit, as he's being carried away, the cape just slips right out. Strange may have gotten away, but his windpipes are still being restricted, so the cameraman pans back over to Iron Man block on Cole Obsidian. Peeps Doctor Strange zooming through and tells Lil Bro Peter to get on that. Peter's still trying to make the Avengers tryouts, so he not gonna mess this up, surely. He starts chasing after Ebony Maw, who's chasing after Doctor Strange, and as he's narrowing in, it looks like he's just on the brink of catching them. Yes sir, that's my son. Ebony Maw's moving like Leonardo DiCaprio. He heard that Peter is under 25 and thought it was free eats. Cause Spider-Man hits his clean ass recovery going back and getting faced with this crazy obstacle course. We all play Spider-Man PS4 though. This shit easier than Mary Jane. But what it does do, it does work to
Mary Jane was a
to catch Doctor Strange, who falls out and gets caught by Spider-Man, who gets caught by a UFO. Doctor Strange's body is being levitated up onto the ship to get his brains eaten by aliens. But Peter is trying his best to hold on and even tried hitting the Captain America shit. But you're just not that guy, Peter. Squidward comes through to metal bend the pole out the ground to have Spider-Man and Doctor Strange go up into the ship. I know Ebony Maw celebrating like he just won Game 7. Thanos for sure gonna let him polish both heads after doing this. Iron Man weaves out the way, tries to fight back, but gets caught and slammed onto the ground.
I thought you were bad. You ain't bad! You ain't nothing!
Shit got Tin Man glitching. That damn Decepticon hammer must be his weakness, and that's okay. Everybody's got him. Superman's his kryptonite, Shaq's his free throws, and Coil Ray's his music. Cole Obsidian runs over to finish the job, but Wong blesses up, sending him to an average winner in Minnesota. They was out here trolling too, because they could have been close to portal, but instead they just out here laughing at bro, and it's not until he goes to try to jump back through that Wong decides to close it, cutting off this man's whole hand. While all of this was going on, keep in mind Spider-Man's halfway up to space by now. Tony managed to bless him with some gear, but he's telling Lil Bro to come back down. Forget about Squidward before you fuck up the suit. It's expensive. He built that shit brick by brick.
And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
So Doctor Strange has the Time Stone, and Vision has the Mind Stone, which they also need. So since Wanda and Vision actually have some damn sense, they camped out in like Uzbekistan or some shit. But they tried taking a stroll down the street like these is not the trenches, getting snuck by Corvus Glaive and tossed to the side. Getting stabbed into a new fit is crazy. Hey Wanda, you know they got your mans, right? So she tried to get back. As she's loading up her attack, she gets blasted by Proxima Midnight into a building. And I can already tell, these two getting signed into Sneak Nation as we speak. This was 10 out of 10 work right here. Not a single ounce of fighting fair in sight. And not just that, but they show off the ancient fight back nigga technique. Double team pinning this man to the ground.
It still make me mad to this day, because Vision is supposed to be the strongest Avenger out there. And he go keep doing the worst than the fucking Hulk did, bro. I ain't count to you. This dude ain't did nothing in Civil War. He ain't did nothing in Infinity War. Yo, he ain't did nothing, bro. Only thing he did good was in Age of Ultron. Other than that, He trash. He trash, bro. He trash. I'm sorry. He trash.
Talking him of his jewelry. This is marvelous work. They might just go straight for the presidential position at this point. But Wanda peeps that Vision is straight barbecue chicken right now, so she blasts the two of them away and decides to just skedaddle out of here with Vision. But remember in Civil War how she accidentally killed all those innocent people while trying to move that bomb? Her eyes stay fucking up, cause goddamn bitch, this ride bumpy as hell. Got my man Vision going through it right now. If I hear the Avengers pulling up to save me and I see Wanda, I know I'm cooked. I might make it out of here, but it's gonna be without one of my legs or arms. Vision already got brain damage now, but she manages to land him safely and reel him in towards her. The ops got my boy Vision looking like Android 16 right now. He finna start talking about birds and shit soon. Wanda though manages to find a dark alley and starts healing him up, but Corvus Glaive can hear the sound of an android leaking from a mile away. So he pulls up, grabbing Vision as they take off wrestling into
He won that stone.
buildings. Wanda swore to God that she was Katara, got to camping behind pillars, but Proxima Midnight is on that, hitting the pillar as Wanda gets in her big bag, weaving through attacks and pushing her out the way. In the other 1v1, Corvus Glaive got Vision pressed up, telling him about how he finna turn him into a new laptop and how Wanda's gonna get turned into mincemeat once they're done with him. Vision heard his girl mention and his overall went up 10 points, landing on top of the roof. By the way, Vision is yet to land an actual hit. It's like he forgot he has the power of a whole infinity
That's
stone.
all I'm saying,
Wanda and Proxima
bro.
Midnight are down below going hit for hit until Wanda gets blasted away, able to soften her fall. Wanda didn't even get the chance to catch her breath because the second she rolls over, Proxima Midnight is ready to go for the kill shot. Vision yells over to Wanda, "Hey, don't worry, I'm winning over here. I'm coming to help soon." He throws Bro against the wall, gut punch, chin check, and tosses him to the side like a Big Sean album. And I want y'all to come look at this. Vision's standing there like,
I won't let him get away! What are you doing this?
firing off the Mind Stone. Corvus is able to block, got it dispersing in mad different directions. They almost clipped their own teammates down there boxing. And Vision continues to be so ass, bro. Getting his own attack redirected. If I was Steve, later on in the movie, there would have been no deliberating on whether we taken the stone out of his head or not. Once I seen his stats, oh yeah, we could get Polka Dot Man to do this. Poor Wanda is fighting, but here's Vision up there getting worked. So she hits this clean-ass limbo move, tossing Proxima Midnight into the fire, laying her ass out. So she flies up, and I want y'all to feast your eyes on this. This guy, Vision, is getting sunned again! I can't believe this is really the Tin Man that has Shorty in tears over having to kill him to save the world. Her and Ebony Maw clearly were digmatized this whole movie. She pulls up on the My Precious dude all grown up now, blasting him through the window, knocking him out, grabbing Vision, and tries to dip out. But they did not get very far, because this expensive ass backpack that is Vision is holding her back as Proxima Midnight blasts them out the sky. While they're barreling down to certain doom, I'm thinking, damn. So after they scoop this stone off Vision's flattened sardine can body, how much more they need? But Vision is able to hug Wanda mid-air as she uses her powers to cushion the fall. But that shit still looked like it hurt like crazy. Vision knows he's of no use to her, so he tells Wanda to dip, but she's refusing. She already lost her speedster brother, who can't dodge bullets. You dead weight at that point. Shit. So even as Proxima Midnight and then Corvus Glaive jump through the roof, giving her the death stare, ready to call game, Wanda stands 10 toes down, wasn't about to duck any smoke. This is really all just the first 20 minutes. I remember sitting in the theater like, this is gas. Proxima Midnight looks perplexed, which causes Wanda to turn her head, and once she gets a better look, she sees a man just standing there, menacingly. It's crazy because she don't even know who that is. That could be the train station custodian, but she just chucks her staff, which he catches, and it's my son Steve Rogers. It's crazy how these two were fighting a literal android powered by an infinity stone with infinite.
I mess with Cap, but I'm Army all day. I mess with Cap.
Infinite power and a goddamn witch. But the nigga with steroids pull up and now it's up for them. Cause Falcon out of nowhere Spartan kicked Shorty to a coffee shop. Now that she's out the picture, he goes up into the sky to start cheesing the height advantage, sending over 4 of his little drones as Corvus is able to block them. Cap hits the Tom Brady from across the map, tossing his staff to Black Widow, who's running a clean route. Corvus is now in a 3v1. He finna go back to Thanos like...
And they jump me, nigga.
As Black Widow clips his leg, weaves, and stabs him right in the torso. And as if that wasn't bad enough, he goes to hit her back with his staff, but she flips, twisting it in even more, and double kicks him to the ground. Proxima watching this like, nah, that's foul. Y'all really gonna try and kill my boyfriend like that?
Is this nigga serious?
Calling back her staff and goes for the kill, but Steve saves Black Widow last minute.
Thank you for saving my life.
She want me. She want me.
He's able to push the staff up and then push her to Black Widow, missing 2 slices on Natasha. Her mans is out of commission, so she's 100% trapped in this 2v1. As she turns and Cap blocks, then Natasha blocks, as Falcon kicks her ass to the ground to lay right beside her mans. The Avengers seen what type of demon timing these people are on, and how dangerous they are, but they can't help themselves, and still let them go up in their ship and dip out.
Oh, that was amazing storytelling, amazing commentary, amazing everything. BlankBoy, I hope y'all like the video. If y'all need to subscribe to my channel, Twitch, follow me. I'm out, fool.